Pillar 4, and hopefully part of your budget, is savings and investments. Proverbs 21:20, the wise store up choice food and olive oil. That's the wealthy, that storing up olive oil and food, that was, their savings account. But fools gulp theirs down. So you have people that save and you have people that just spend all their money that they get, living paycheck to paycheck. Proverbs 13:11, dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Most people that do well financially, it isn't some huge amount that they get. It's usually over time as they're growing in the Lord. The Lord's their partner. The Lord knows exactly how much to entrust you with, but usually it grows little by little over the years. Proverbs 6:8, go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler. I see this as a way of, you gotta self-motivate yourself with the help of God as your partner to work. You can't have your mom and dad constantly tell you, you need to get a job. You need to get to school. You gotta answer motivated themselves. Go get a job, and then they save ants for the tough times. So with your budget, you must not spend all your investments, okay? You must not spend all your money in the present. Have an emergency fund. And this is to me my humor. Have a 3-month emergency fund. After you have the 3-month emergency fund, make it 6 months. After you have the 6-month emergency fund, make it a year emergency fund. After you have a year emergency fund, make it a 5-year emergency fund. After a 5-year emergency fund, have a 20-year emergency fund. And then you'll have your retirement, okay? Take a full advantage of any company retirement plans. That's the 401s, the pensions, if they exist. The earlier you save, the better off by far you'll be in the future. The more you sacrifice now, the better off you will be in the long run. The more you indulge in the present, the worse off you'll be in the long run. Get-rich schemes usually always end in failure. Usually the Lord has you grow your income little by little through the years. Work through diversification, risk, use of time, compounding effect to your benefit. And that's Ecclesiastes. That's the only verse that I'm using out of the book of Ecclesiastes, which is diversify your investments, because you're never going to be sure which is going to work out and which one might cause trouble. So I got this off the internet. This is the difference between investing early and investing a little bit later. So the first investor, 25 years old, and invests $12,000 a year into the stock market. Invests for 15 years, from 25 to 40. Puts a total in of $180,000 over those 15 years. And when they retire, they have $1,346,000. Saver 2 waits just 10 years later at 35 and invests $12,000 a year for 30 years, twice as long. And so they have to put out $360,000 of their own money. And at retirement, they have $400,000 less than the person who started at 25, who put in half the amount of money. I just point this, I wish young people in their 20s would understand the value of time, and compounding interest is on your side. My wife and I were talking about, it's too bad there isn't a law that as soon as a child is born, you have to put $5,000 in a bank account for them. It would take care of them through their life. Okay.